The year was 1974. The city of San Jose was bursting at its pre-Silicon Valley seams, growing in less than 25 years from a population of 59,000 to 450,000. Only one thing was missing: a major professional sports team, one that might capture the emergent area's passion for newness and innovation. But what and who would satisfy that craving? The answer arrived in the form of a fresh sport, soccer, and a player from across the Atlantic Ocean who would become the San Jose Earthquake's first superstar. His name was Paul Child. He was from Birmingham, England, and when the Earthquakes joined the North American Soccer League as an expansion franchise, Child grabbed the imagination of thousands in the South Bay. It was part of a master plan envisioned by Earthquakes general manager Dick Berg.
I'll always remember Dick Berg saying, "We are the first major league team in this city, and we're going to build a franchise around Paul Child." And that came to fruition. He was a guy that everybody knew. He was a draw.
Those early days of the Earthquakes were like the first few blissful months of a love affair. Fans packed Spartan Stadium to top the NASL in attendance, vocally embracing their new infatuation, and especially embracing Child, who led the league in scoring with 15 goals in 20 games, and did so with a gritty panache that kept people's eyes glued to his every move.
I think they grabbed into him because of his work ethic. He was constantly on the move. He was very opportunistic. He had a nose for the goal, and he was able to finish. And he demanded that from his teammates. I play on the wing, and he was always giving me hell. Just make sure you give me a good ball and don't make me run too much.
He was always great with his back to the goal. He could take balls and turn and shoot. He was great in the air, and it was tough defending him because he could leap as good as anybody.
But it wasn't just all those goals that made Child all the rage in San Jose. It was also the way he carried himself, the way he looked and moved. He had the swagger, he had the hair, and he had that British accent.
He'd always have a British statement. "I was knackered," which means tired, or "Don't you have any tea?" We drink Gatorade, we drink water. He said, no, I have to have a bit of tea after training.
We always have pregame meals, and he would eat his steaks and then be waiting for other steaks to come his way. And it was amazing that someone before an athletic event could eat so much. I named him Beefy because he ate all the beef that was around.
As Child threw around his beef, the Earthquakes tossed soccer convention on its ear. They made the playoffs in their first expansion season with a larger average per-game attendance than the Giants or A's. Child was a first-team All-Star and kept the brilliant moments coming, which in turn created an unforgettable atmosphere at Earthquakes home games, with Crazy George banging his drum and the Shakers cheerleading squad. When the New York Cosmos and Pele visited for a 1976 game, 23,000 people showed up in a stadium that held only 17,000 seats. The Earthquakes were so popular, they added a wintertime indoor season at the Cow Palace in Daly City, and won the league championship with Child being named a co-most valuable player. He helped ignite a South Bay soccer passion that would pay dividends for years to come, building connections with clinics or autographs or just a simple handshake.
Anytime there was a promotion, Paul was available. I could call him up on a Friday night and say, "Hey, we've got something going at Blossom Hill tomorrow morning. Can you be there?" So I'll be there. He understood what it took to make this franchise go.
Child spent 6 seasons with the Earthquakes, leaving as the franchise's all-time leading goal scorer. He went on to play for other professional teams, including one in Pittsburgh, where he now resides. He finished with 102 career NASL goals and entered the National Soccer Hall of Fame. The original Earthquakes team dissolved in 1984 with the rest of their league. But in 1995, Major League Soccer was formed, and San Jose was granted a franchise which became the Earthquakes team we know today. But anyone in the South Bay who plays or coaches or watches the game of soccer in the year 2013 owes a debt to those original Quakes with their original star who started it all, and then went out for tea afterward. Tonight, we lift a steeping hot cup of appreciation to Paul Child, the first men's soccer player to enter the San Jose Sports Hall of Fame.